me if I don't stop knitting this sock, because I realised nearly at the toe that I had messed up my first sock. I did not enough repeats in the leg. So when I made my second sock, I did the right thing, and so therefore they did not match. One had a longer leg. So I've had to rip the whole second sock out. Even though it was the correct one, I had finished the toe and woven in my ends on the first one, so seeing the second one was not complete yet, it was nearly at the toe, but not yet, I've ripped it out. So I have a giant pile of ripped out yarn next to me on the couch. And this is the second time this morning that I have re-knit the heel flap, because I pulled it out, like pulled out the foot, pulled out the heel, got up to the leg, pulled out what I thought I needed to pull out from the leg, did the heel flap, did the heel turn, started picking up stitches for the gusset, realised that I hadn't actually put enough on the leg this time. So it had to all come out, and now I have added the extra leg length, and I am doing my heel flap again. And I hate doing heel flaps. But I have made it a little bit easier for myself because I've gotten my DPNs out. Normally I would do it on my 9-inch circular. That doesn't really bother me to do a heel flap on the 9-inch circulars, but because I've had to do this so many times, I'm just kind of over it. And I'm just trying to make it slightly more easy on myself by having longer needles, so I have more to hold on to. So that has basically scuppered all of my plans for today, because I was hoping to finish this sock this morning and then get on with my spinning, doing a bit more of the spinning, and potentially even start quilting the quilt I sandwiched last week. But this has kind of ruined all those plans. I have decided that I'm going to make some cookies, because last week I was looking up cookie recipes. Cookie patterns. What are you eating? Drop it. Thank you. Elvis is having a snack of his chew toy. Thankfully he mostly spits it out when I tell him to drop it, so that's good. Anyway, as I was saying, I was looking up... I don't want that, buddy. I was looking up I almost said patterns again, guys. Recipes. Cookie recipes. And I saw snickerdoodles, which is something that I have heard of. I have never had one. But having a look at them, they are quite basic. A little bit like butter cookies, really, except they have cream of tartar in them, which I believe makes them a bit puffy when they're cooked, and tangy, I think, from what I read, and that sounded pretty good to me. So I was going to make some last week, but then I realised that I actually didn't have any cream of tartar. I used to have some, but I've probably gotten rid of it somewhere along the line. So it wasn't until I went shopping on Friday that I got some more cream of tartar. So I have that now. I have made the dough, as you will probably have already seen, and it is in the fridge, setting up, I'm assuming, before I bake it. So I am now just back to my sock, working away on this heel flap, and watching a new to me channel called Just Vintage Crochet, and she is doing a mystery pattern. So that is how I kind of stumbled across this channel, is that she has mystery patterns that she crochets up, and it's quite funny to see whether she makes it correctly or whether it's a disaster, because she doesn't have a picture, she doesn't have a description. She basically just gets hook size, yarn size most of the time. This one that she's working on right now does not have any yarn or hook directions. And she just crochets it up. And yeah, it's actually been quite fun. It's quite nice to have on in the background and just knit away to and check up now and then on the video. I'm probably going to be knitting on this sock the entirety of the day, which is kind of annoying. Anyway, what can you do? Because I was hoping to make at least 1 to 2 more pairs of gift socks this week, even though this one has taken me far longer than it should have. I don't know why this pattern has taken me so long. I could knit a pair of vanilla socks in far less time, and all it has is this small amount of charting at the front and the rest is just stockinette. Yet I still am taking forever to knit these socks, so I don't bloody know. You know, whatever. At this point, I don't care. Hi, it's the afternoon and I've given up knitting on that sock. I managed to get the heel flap done, the heel turn done, and I have finished the gusset decreases, so I'm back onto the foot. I am obviously not as far as I was on that sock, but I think I got a pretty decent amount done. Because it's getting later in the day, it's after 3, I think it's after 3:30. Yeah, it's getting closer to 4. I needed to get my colorway, to get the Advent colorway, thank you Elvis, colorway, you know, recorded so I can do my reel for Instagram. So I basically just rewound all that yarn that was left that was pulled out and got out my Advent yarn. So I'm just knitting on my Radvent pillow now, adding today's colour. I've only done one round of it so far, one row. So I'm just getting this put in for my reel. So everybody over there can see what today's colorway is. Yeah, okay Elvis, thank you. He still doesn't get that I'm not talking to him, so he can't understand why I'm not talking to him when he can hear me talking. But tonight Simon and I need to go out and shop for a few things, just to get some food and things ready for the weekend and next Monday. But yeah, we'll see how we go a bit later on. Hope you guys are having a good time. I'm feeling just kind of I'm feeling frazzled. Do you guys ever get that feeling that you feel like there's always something that needs your attention and you can't ever just clear your mind and relax? I feel like that all the time. I think that's maybe something for me to work on in 2024, is creating space and time in my mind. Maybe I need to take up meditation or something. If you have tips, please do let me know down in the comments. See, he's coming, trying to figure out who I'm talking to. Yes, darling, I'm talking to the people in the camera in the interwebs. Yes, I know. You can't figure it out, can you? Alright guys, I'll talk to you later.